Welcome to Chanakya, where you get the right guidance at the right time. My name is Vishu. I have with me my fellow coach Anant today with me. Hi Anant.
Hi Vishu. So what are we talking about today?
Yeah, I have one interesting situation.
Okay.
I'm coaching a few Scrum Masters in a product company.
Okay.
One of the Scrum Masters, Divya, has a challenge in her team where the tech lead and the test lead are having a conflict.
Okay.
And it's pretty bad, and they are at loggerheads and
Okay.
not really in talking terms.
Okay.
So she wanted my help how to deal with this situation. I thought that I'll pick up your brain as well
Okay.
before I give certain inputs to Divya.
Okay. Sure.
I was thinking that first I will tell Divya that she should not give a solution to tech lead and test lead about resolving this issue. Because I see her already that she has a solution in her mind and she is planning to tell them what to do. Typically I have seen if you give a solution, it will get converted to a two-way conflict to a three-way conflict. She will
Okay.
become part of the problem rather than a solution. Instead, I'm suggesting her to ask questions so that they find out the solutions. So, but I wanted to hear from you.
Yeah.
What are some of the other inputs that I can give her?
Yeah. what I think what it is a good thing. The first thing is to ask her to not make the conflict worse.
Yes.
I've actually done it. I've done it, and I've gone and tried to resolve, and then people saw me as taking sides.
Exactly.
And I have to then argue what I'm not on your side, I'm on both sides, whatever. So it's good. I think in I guess in any conflict, and more so in this kind of a conflict, it'll be worth for Divya to give some thought to what is the source of the conflict,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
And if she understands where it is coming from, she might be able to address it better. For example, in this case, we are talking about a dev lead or a tech lead and a test lead,
Yeah.
right? And many of these, people have come from the traditional way of working, right? Where they had defined roles, right? The tech lead's role typically was, get it all out fast. And the test lead's role was, find out what's wrong with it and then stop it, as much as possible. So they were sort of, that's how the roles were
The
designed.
role itself was defined to be somewhat like a conflict.
Yeah. And that baggage they carry into Agile as well, right? In a Scrum, we don't talk about a role called tech lead, test lead. This is a team that should collaborate and then figure out how to move forward together. So I think that realization, Divya has got to work towards helping the two of them to realize that first. I think that's one of the things that she should do. Yeah.
So once they do, identify the source of conflict.
Yeah.
How
What can be done in this case?
Yeah.
So, okay, in this case, I think one of the things they could look at is what we call the goal alignment, right?
Okay.
It is possible that they've got their, they're not focusing on the common goal. Rather than one is just thinking about defects and another is probably thinking about functionality, but they're not talking about what are they trying to achieve. And it may be a sprint goal or it could be a release goal. So Divya should first make sure such goals are defined and then get the team to focus on that. So that is something that will really help the team.
Yeah.
And
Is there anything else?
yeah, I think another thing is in many conflicts what happens is people take positions. And dev leads and tech lead, typical positions what I found is or test lead, I guess, tech lead and test lead, dev lead, tech lead are the same thing. Is tech lead is saying this is ready to go, and the test lead is saying no, it's not. Right now, I mean they're talking the same software and they're talking about this, and how do you get them to resolve this, right? And the only way they can do it is they got to understand the interest behind that position. I think if they're able to see what is the interest each person has, then they'll be able to resolve it better.
Okay. So position versus interest.
Yeah.
Can you illustrate a little bit more on that?
Okay, so let me give a generic example first, then we can look at how it applies here. Let's take a simple example. Let's say there's an orange, and only one orange, and person A says I want this orange.
Okay.
And person B says I want the same orange, or I also want an orange. There's only one, right? So these are positions that they've taken, and this is the conflict. It is impossible to resolve at the level of position. But let's take a hypothetical scenario. What if we ask person A, what do you want the orange for? And person B the same question. Let's say the first one says, I want it for, making some juice, right? I want a glass of orange juice. And the other person says, I'm looking for, I want the orange peel so I can make a facial.
Okay.
Right? Now imagine it's now a common sense how easy it is to resolve that, right? One gets the peel, another gets the orange, it is done, right? I'm not saying in all cases it will be as simple as that.
So in this particular situation,
Oh, okay. In
how
the
can
tech,
that be?
in our current scenario,
yeah,
I think what they could do is to, when this person is saying this is not ready to go or this is ready to go, they need to dive one level below, right? And it's probably best if they have the product owner along with them and they have to resolve this. Let's look down and see, why does this person feel that, or why are they saying that this is ready to go? They can look at the defects, they can look at the test coverage, they can look at which functionality is fully there, not there. Both of them talk about the same thing. Like I've actually seen this in one case, Vishu, where the dev lead thought there was one functionality where it's not as critical. So he's saying it can go with it, while the test lead saw that as no, this is critical. It cannot go with the function in its current state, right? When they converged and they talked to the product owner, they could understand, oh, okay, it's not as critical or whatever, and they helped them to converge.
okay.
Right?
So,
So
if
just
they
go
are
one level
looking at
deeper.
only their positions, it's
Yeah,
difficult.
impossible
when
to
they're
resolve.
going
Yeah,
one level below to look at the interest behind that.
yeah, yeah.
I think it gets resolved. Okay.
But having said that, no, Vishu, I mean, these are all nice, logical, objective things.
Yes.
Right? And I remember you said, they are loggerheads, in talking terms. So I would say, they have feelings for each other. Not feelings on the issue, but they got feelings for each other. So, that's always the, tough thing to resolve. So I'm not sure if you've ever figured that out.
I think that's a very, very important point that you brought up. I think before they even resolve in a logical, intellectual way, I think probably they have to get rid of the emotional baggage.
Yeah.
Typically in 6 thinking hats techniques, always they recommend the red hat first, which is remove the emotional baggage first. Probably I think Divya should help them to look at the feelings behind and help them to develop a little bit more empathy towards each other, so that they can address this logically,
They can come down to
intellectually,
it. Okay, got it.
in a much more objective and a collaborative way.
So that's interesting. So should Divya do it with tech lead and test lead together, or should she do it separately?
Yeah, I feel first she should do separately,
Okay.
and then bring them together.
Okay.
So it actually helps to be prepared, and also whole process of this helps to be creating more fertility condition
Okay. Yeah.
for them to be resolving these issues.
Yeah. Plow before you sow, like that.
Absolutely.
You always say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It makes
Great.
sense.
I think it was a very good conversation. I
Alright.
got a lot of good inputs.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will help
Help
Divya.
Divya.
So let me just summarize. I just took notes
Okay.
of this conversation. First of all, Divya should resist telling and ask questions to each of them, so that they figure out and they explore the solutions path. And then they should, Divya should look at what is the source of conflict. She needs to have a little bit understanding of what is actually causing this conflict. And then she should help them to get a goal alignment, common goal alignment, so that they are on the same page to look at the issue. Then she should help them to look at the interest beyond just the position, go a little deeper. Again, asking questions will help in that. Finally, but most importantly, she should help them to develop some kind of empathy towards each other, reduce the emotional baggage.
Yeah. Address the feelings.
Feelings part. Yeah. Does this make a fair summary?
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Anant.
No
I'm sure Scrum Masters like Divya will find these insights very useful. Thank you for joining us.